New year, same weird and kind of dark video location. Now, is it a bit of an over-exaggeration to say that I never hit my goals? Sure. But this is a YouTube video. You didn't come here for realism. We will be making a little goal video where I will be talking about my art-related goals, except strike the S, because it's only one singular goal for 2026. But before we do that, we need to go back and review my goals from last year. I went and looked at my video from last year, and like Taylor Allison Swift once said, who the fuck was that guy? Tortured Poets Department, the book of The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived, chapter 1, line 4. I know how to cite the Bible. My goals for 2025 were, I have one hand, so we're doing one singular drum roll. Goal number 1 was posting more on Instagram. Verdict, sure. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't know why Instagram is so scary. The beginning of last year was abysmal. But like, hey, it could have been worse. In my defense, it could have been worse. Goal number 2 was to make my own website and to open Patreon. And I get a yes to both of them. Which brings us to this video sponsor, Squarespace still doesn't want to sponsor me. I opened my Patreon in like a state of rebellion in September because I didn't want to prepare for Peachtober. And I'm still trying to get my footing, but all my patrons are very nice. No one's yelled at me yet, and God, I hope it stays that way. God, I am not one of your strong soldiers. I've had my Patreon for 4 months. Oh no, oh no, oh no. I was just reminded that time is real. My third goal was to get better at painting portraits, specifically in acrylic. Verdict, no. Have I done any acrylic portraits? I don't think I have. I'll talk about it a bit more later, but like, there's something to be said about making a goal at the beginning of the year and then it not being relevant like 4 months later. I did start one portrait. One large acrylic paint portrait. I started it, didn't finish it. Goal number 4 was to study fundamentals more. It's a toss-up. I have done a lot more color studies out of sheer laziness. Can you believe I'm doing color studies because I don't want to pull out more paints than I like absolutely have to. I am still so confused about the Loomis method. Every time I see it in practice, I turn into a villager from the 14th century, just going witchcraft. My 5th goal was to do another month-long art challenge. Yeah, I did. We all saw it go down during October. I did Peachtober, and I vlogged the entire thing, and hey, still bitter that people, like, that the vlogs people didn't watch them. It's so much work. Peachtober kind of feels like a stretched out version of the 1 week sketchbook challenge, but with like high expectations. Which peepee. With Peachtober, it is expected that you kind of focus and hone in on one piece of art every day. With the 1 week sketchbook challenges, I just throw my entire life to the wind and just draw constantly. I ended up crying on the internet, for God's sake. I have had a pretty bad track record with achieving my goals for the past couple of years. I think this is my like maybe 4th video talking about my goals at the beginning of the year. And what I've realized is that I'm setting way too specific goals. It is so easy to set a lot of goals at the beginning of the year, but by February 8th, I've forgotten about them. I just kind of throw my goals out into the universe and then I just wave goodbye, never to be thought of again. For 2026, I have one goal, and that is quantity over quality. I know this goes against all tips from experts on how you should be setting goals. You should be setting specific goals with a specific time frame and a way to measure. I know it goes against all the but I'm different. I'm built different though. How about that? How about that? I will succeed because I'm insane. You can say whatever you want about the experience. That's the nicest word I'm going to use for it. You can say whatever you want about the experience that is the 1 week sketchbook challenges, but at the end of the week, at least, I come out of it feeling like I have created something. I don't know what it is, but practice is only okay for other people to do. I, personally, need to be good at it from the beginning. So what I am going to try to do is see bad art as something that I just kind of need to get through to get to the good art. Like when you're making cheese and you have to drain the cheese of water. Did you like my cheese analogy in this art video? In the spirit of refusing to be specific about anything, I will not be setting a numbered goal on how many sketchbooks I need to fill, how many finished paintings I need to do, how much I'm going to post to be able to just achieve my goal. Once again, going against like all experts. I need you to hear when I'm saying this, what I am doing is probably a bad idea. I do have some like ideas of ways that I can go forth with achieving this goal, but I'm not telling you that. It's a secret. Hey, so it actually only has to make sense to me to do it, and I don't feel like explaining it to anyone else. I guess I'll see you next year, when we can all come together and either rejoice or point and laugh.